feeling all of this. Right now, both ICU and inpatient bed capacities are at 93%. More than 5,000 people are in the hospital tonight with COVID-19.
As nurses and doctors fight to save their lives, they might soon be faced with some really difficult decisions. Emma Lockhart has more on how you could be impacted if you get sick.
You're on the ventilator right now. This is getting better, okay?
Healthcare workers on the front lines describe a dire situation in our hospitals.
I had a patient who had actually coded, which means had died, and was resuscitated in the ER. So somebody that sick usually goes straight to the ICU.
Valley ER doctor Mortaza Akhtar says hospital resources are stretched thin. Many are concerned another post-holiday surge could be the breaking point and send hospitals into crisis standards of care.
When you get crisis mode, sometimes the government steps in and says, look, for these people who are very unlikely to be alive in a month, maybe we can't afford to give them that critical care bed.
Healthcare workers rationing care, forced to decide who lives and who dies. It's a scenario that most nurses and doctors have never experienced.
We haven't had to do crisis standards of care, at least for me, my whole career.
They're doing everything to avoid it, but as hospitals flood with COVID patients, it could soon be a reality. Healthcare workers would determine how likely it is that you survive. If your prognosis isn't good, you might not get the critical care you need.
You're over 90 and have all these problems and medical illnesses and stuff like that. You're not likely to survive. We're not going to give you intensive care unit bed like we should have, or like we normally would a year ago.
Meantime, healthcare workers are pleading for people to follow guidelines and help relieve hospitals.
We need to be able to beat this disease and stamp it out. And the best way of doing that is by distancing and masks, at least until the vaccine comes out. Because if anybody gets sick within the next few months, care will be very delayed, and that's not good for anybody.